Fit for Life Radio, episode 90.
We're getting close to that hundy.
Summer 2021. We out here.
We out here.
You just got back from Aruba.
Vacay, baby.
Jamaica.
Ooh, I want to take you. Bermuda.
Bahamas.
Come on, pretty mama.
That's it.
Key Largo. I could go all day.
Montego.
I don't know it after that, though. Baby, why don't we go? But yeah, we just got back. It was dope, man. A lot of sun. The sun was almost too bright for my white body. So, you should have seen my brother, man.
Because he probably doesn't even get out as much as
Nah.
you.
I'm like, yeah, I get a little bit more.
Build up a little base.
A little bit of D. I didn't really get sunburned. Like, I was good, but neither did he.
You know what I learned from your trip? I learned how soft you are. Those pictures. I got one picture. I gotta let me see if I can find it. You know which one it's gonna be?
Nah, which one is it?
Oh, let's see.
Now I need to know.
I wish, even though this is a podcast, we could show people pictures.
Just put it in the show notes, man.
There it is.
It's the best pick of the thing, dude.
Come on, man. You listen to R&B music when you played that?
Yeah, man.
It's a picture of
jams.
Will and Whitney smooching in the ocean with the sun setting.
You can't beat it, man.
And then it's like y'all are like shadowed out.
Silhouette.
Just your silhouettes. The wave is crashing.
That was the pick, man.
I was like, who's that guy?
We paid some kid $5 to take a picture.
I hope Will knows it. Whitney's out there kissing some guy in the ocean.
Just some Aruban guy.
Hey, you're back playing Call of Duty.
Yeah. Me and Mike are just gaming in the hotel room.
That's why it's a silhouette, because she's like, hey, I need you to do this.
But they can't see who it is.
Oh, man. But yeah, Aruba. Did you kiss any dolphins?
Nah, I don't think they have dolphins there. There's no dolphins. I didn't see a lot of. There's like not a lot of fish and stuff up close. Dude, they have no sharks. Watch, there's going to be
that's
like
what the marketing pamphlet
a shark attack video. But they said that the sand's too fine and it gets in their gills. Ooh. And they just die, so they don't come close to the island. Natural protectant.
Nature.
Yeah.
Well, here we go. We'll parlay this. So I'm sure from your vacation, you're feeling happy.
Feel good.
Feeling good. Let's talk about how people can vacation daily.
Ooh.
All right. A lot of times, when we're maybe talking about weight loss and stuff, you probably feel like we give exercise a hard time. But hey, we have a gym. We believe in exercise and movement. Because guess why? It makes us happier.
It does.
There are plenty of reasons you should exercise. And really, the key is, we think, you just have to separate it from weight loss and these other things that it gets tied in with, and realize that we should exercise for tons of reasons.
Like just your general well-being as a person.
Mm-hmm. And specifically, some things we wanted to talk about were how exercise makes us happier, kind of effects that it causes on our brain state of mind. So 4 of them are supporting neurotransmitters, which
like serotonin.
Produces serotonin, which is the happy hormone. Boom. That's literally what a lot of drugs do.
Yeah.
Exercise is a drug, but without all the major
pitfalls of side effects,
cocaine addiction.
There you go.
Boosting endorphins. So this is one. I think this is the one that people probably stands out the most or correlate, like that runner's high.
Well, it's more direct, right? Like it happens more in the moment for a lot of people, and why they kind of chase it, which is fine.
Another is reducing inflammation. So now this is a little trickier because it can also cause inflammation if you do too much.
If you overdo it, yeah.
But so certain types, and specifically lower intensity walking, things like that, can help reduce inflammation. And then just decreasing stress, so more general. Again, there's lots of research linked to depression. again, the inflammation stuff. So when you're feeling better, you get your brain feeling better, you get your body feeling better. That helps connect to maybe, decreasing your overall stress, right? Yeah, you feel good. You just feel better about life, right?
Yep. And that's why people, so many people just need their daily dose of something.
Mm-hmm.
Like how many people go run in the morning because they feel good for their whole day afterwards.
Yep.
With no tie to weight loss or anything like that.
And at Coastal, we get new people. They normally are doing a month trial. They try it out for a month. And one of the coolest things is, and this is across the board, like you don't even need science studies. I guess this is our own science study.
Yeah.
It's crazy how many people, the thing that stands out the most, the thing that they notice after 3 or 4 weeks, and they've been coming, and they're like, I have more energy. Which is almost seems funny because they're like, you would think, well, you go into the gym, you're making yourself fatigued and tired, you would have less energy.
You just feel way better.
But the reality is that you typically, if you do it right, kind of structure and monitor things well, then you actually, you get more energy.
Yeah, I'd say like 9 times out of 10, somebody says that to us after a couple of weeks.
And then
like how good they feel daily.
And that's a lot of stuff happening on like a cellular level in mitochondria and things like that. If you want to geek out, or we'll talk about that another time.
Yeah,
but
we can dig in.
That's what's going on. But then when you have more energy, you're happier.
Yeah.
And then it parlays into other areas of your life. So the key is really just doing it consistently and regularly. You have to find that balance. And that's where, it's sometimes too hard of exercise. Mm-hmm. Well, then you burn out.
Or you get hurt.
Can't do anything. Well, now guess what? You're not getting the benefits of movement.
Yep. Yeah, it just cuts off. Instead of if you kept it, I don't know, a little more reasonable, then you're going to be able to do it forever. Mm-hmm. Like I think we both like to take the brushing your teeth approach. Like it's just what you do, and you do it for your own well-being versus like I need to lose all of this weight and punish myself. And it's really a mindset. It's a
stressful thing.
Yeah.
Some people, like we've talked with people who maybe did exercise for the sport of it, right? Which is AKA CrossFit, again, which is
as a sport, it's
awesome,
fun.
Has the stuff, but a lot of people we've met and learned from, one of the things that they struggled with was every workout, was like timed in this event, in this competition, to where they would wake up in the morning and immediately be anxious once they started thinking about the workout they had to do. Right? So now it's actually making them sad and more stressful because there's too much pressure on it. Or maybe the workout's just going to be too hard and they have to almost psych yourself up to get through it, to get into that place that you have to get into. And eventually that's going to just you're just going to stop, right? Yep. You're not you're going to quit. And then you're not getting the benefit. So that's the catch, right? Exercise makes you happier. Well, you need to be doing it, right?
Yeah.
So really, the better way to put it is consistent exercise or consistent movement helps make you happier. Yeah. So you have to find that balance of intensity, consistency, long term. What can I keep up?
Yeah. And the punishment style workouts, just they're not good for it. Mm-hmm. And just the mentality that you have going into that's not a very healthy one, that you feel like you have to punish yourself, or if you're not dead on the ground after a workout, then you did something wrong. Mm-hmm. Like it's a really slippery mindset to have.
Yep. And we're 2 times a week max.
Yeah, maybe. And it's fine. You just can't expect every workout to be that, right? Mm-hmm. How many of your workouts are just like they're good, but you leave and you're like, I'm done.
I say 2 times a week for the heart, for those kind of workouts.
Hey, how often do you do those?
The reality is I've maybe one a year.
Yeah. I mean, same.
And I'm not saying that's the complete right approach. Honestly, it should probably be a little more, but I just don't enjoy it. And it gets, and then I just, like being consistent and want to do what I enjoy, right?
Yeah. But there's nothing wrong with that. That's fine. Yeah. You're not competing at anything. So,
but there is some mental fortitude that they help build, which I lack, so if I was put in a certain situation, like mentally I would have, but here's the thing, I've done it before, so I can kind of go there. I don't have to practice it as much.
Yeah.
So that's the real thing you're building with those kind of workouts, mm-hmm. Those all out.
That's the way I like to look at it too. Like there's maybe better ways to do it, or more.
And I have a hard time doing it with exercise. So with sports, I can.
Same.
So the reality is, like, if I need to go to that place, it'd be playing a sport, which then I would just play myself into shape with the sport.
Yeah, it's way better. It's more engaging and more fun. And yeah, I'm the same way.
So yeah, I look at exercise. That's what I want it to be. I want it to help maintain my a lean physique, by supporting nutrition, right? So if I train really hard all the time, it makes me hungrier. It makes me want to overeat. It makes all that harder. I also want to be injury free. So when you start getting into states of extreme fatigue, you're raising the risk of
it's just riskier
of injury. I also, again, want low inflammation and those happy hormones. So therefore, walking at a base does that, right? So then between walking, some high intensity resistance training, pushing some sets hard and getting that into the spectrum in little micro, that's a great thing about strength training. You are pushing that high end intensity, but just a set of 10 typically takes 45 seconds, right? So it's in these small little moments of time, and then you rest in between, getting 2, 3, 4 minutes of rest and do a few more. So yeah, there's minutes of the week where I am pushing to this max intensity via resistance training on a handful of sets. And then on the other end of the spectrum, you get the walking and restorative and the movement that helps get the hormones going and keep the inflammation down and supports all those things. So for me, that's the balance. Now, some people may have less easy movement, more high intensity, and they can manage it.
Yeah, and it works well for them, and that's cool.
And they can be consistent with it. That's like over years and decades, because that's the way you want to look at it. Can I maintain this? Now, and again, if you have a sport or an event that you're training for, that's the trade-off. You're saying, I'm going to use this more intensity to peak for this event. But even then, you want to make sure the goal is never, well, let me just exercise for a week or a month or 3 months or a year.
Yeah.
This is a lifelong habit.
Yeah, and somebody like that, they ramp it up for that, and then usually the dial turns down a little bit afterwards.
Yeah.
And it's more of like a waving up and down, but they keep that consistent over time, across a year or 5 years. Mm-hmm. Whereas for you,
pro athletes, they'll take 2 months off after a season, right?
Yeah.
So they have these, and then the season's only a short part of the year, and then there's training. So yeah, there's those peaks and valleys, and that's the problem. For some reason, people get in the gym, and they're like, I'm going to train this hard
forever,
no breaks, year round. And it just doesn't, your body will give you a break by freaking crashing and burning.
Yeah. So. And you just have to learn, what can you as a person handle too? Because you might want to be, a CrossFit Games level athlete, but the reality is you're not. Like if I were to train that way, I would break. I just got these little joints. You know what I mean? And I know recovery wise, I probably just wouldn't recover from it, wouldn't be able to do it and sustain it. And so realizing where you're at and what you're capable of is also super important, because if you think you're one person but you're not, you're going to just keep beating yourself up.
Yeah, if you're 45 years old and you got 3 kids and work 40 to 50 hours a week, and then you're like, I want to add in exercise and movement, and I have 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour a day, or 3 hours total a week, you probably aren't going to be able to follow a competitive athlete's plan.
No.
Right? So then you're scrolling on Instagram and you stumble on, some pro athlete, and then think that's the way, and the reality is,
I have to do this to get to this level. Well, you don't have, 4 hours a day to train multiple times a day.
The guy that just won the CrossFit Games, his schedule is full. He's like 21, 22, and he goes into the gym at 8, leaves at 4 p.m. This is a full-time job.
Yeah, 8 to 4. That's a job.
So that's what, 8 hours? 8 to 4, 8 hours, right? Which is cool. That's his job. That's all he has to do. That's the plan, right? But for most of us, that's not the reality. So you want to find, the way I like to approach it if
you know me, you know I'm always on the run, up early and home late. So having a 3-hour morning routine isn't really in the cards for me. What is in the cards is AG1. It's a fast way to get vitamins and minerals I need to perform. I first gave AG1 a try because I wanted a single solution that helps support my entire body by filling in nutrient gaps and simplifying my morning routine. Since drinking AG1 daily, I've always felt strong and energized and ready to attack the day. Not only does AG1 deliver my daily dose of vitamins, minerals, pre- and probiotics, and more, it's a powerful, healthy habit that's also powerfully simple. It's 1 scoop mixed in water once a day and every day. I know that AG1 is giving my body high-quality nutrition. Every batch of AG1 goes through a rigorous testing process so you know that it's safe. And AG1 ingredients are sourced for absorption, potency, and nutrition density. AG1 is a supplement that I trust to provide the support my body needs daily, and that's why I'm excited to welcome them as a new partner. Here is your chance to start every day this season with a gift to yourself. Try AG1 and get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3K2 and 5 free AG1 travel packs with your first purchase exclusively at drinkag1.com/provengrit. That's drinkag1.com/provengrit. Check it out. If you know me, you know I'm always on the run, up early and home late, so having a 3-hour morning routine isn't really in the cards for me. What is in the cards is AG1. It's a fast way to get vitamins and minerals I need to perform. I first gave AG1 a try because I wanted a single solution that helps support my entire body by filling in nutrient gaps and simplifying my morning routine. Since drinking AG1 daily, I've always felt strong and energized and ready to attack the day. Not only does AG1 deliver my daily dose of vitamins, minerals, pre- and probiotics, and more, it's a powerful, healthy habit that's also powerfully simple. It's 1 scoop mixed in water once a day and every day. I know that AG1 is giving my body high-quality nutrition. Every batch of AG1 goes through a rigorous testing process so you know that it's safe. And AG1 ingredients are sourced for absorption, potency, and nutrition density. AG1 is a supplement that I trust to provide the support my body needs daily, and that's why I'm excited to welcome them as a new partner. Here is your chance to start every day this season with a gift to yourself. Try AG1 and get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3K2 and 5 free AG1 travel packs with your first purchase exclusively at drinkag1.com/provengrit. That's drinkag1.com/provengrit. Check it out.
If I start doing something, experimenting, could I do this for 5 years? And really 5 years means 50 years. But
Yeah,
but 5 years is enough of a chunk of time to be like, oh, heck no. You can kind of like make a decision.
It's a little more tangible than 50
So yeah, if
years.
you're someone who's like, I'm going to start intermittent fasting and a weekend, it's just 2 weeks in, you're just like, this is awful, and you're thinking you need to just do it because it's some magic thing, but it doesn't feel sustainable for 5 years, pick a different approach, right?
Yeah.
So same thing with your exercise. Remember, the goal, for most of us, fit for life, again, we're not poo-pooing on anyone's goals, but
No.
hey, some people, and these are the people who are talked to the least and that we want to talk to, are people who are like, you know what, I just want to look good, feel good, move better. And they need to hear that it's okay to say, just train 3 days a week and walk every day.
Exactly.
So most people, that's a good baseline and where we find. I mean, most people can ride that out.
Yeah, I think it's where most people fall too.
And get the benefits. So, if you're younger, or if you're not, but you can manage your stress and you can want to train 6 days a week, it's definitely doable.
Yeah.
Now the one thing is when you train more frequently, and we talked about this before, you want to think of frequency and intensity as like this
scale.
inverse scale thing. So if you're going to train more frequent, you need to train less intense. If you want to train super intense, you need to train less frequently. So fine, where are you at on that spectrum, or that's sustainable? I thought I dropped the mic and I'm not even holding it. Scared me.
I wish I got that on video. You're good. But yeah, like and you'll know, like if you're training and you're like, man, I just can't recover from this, then you need to change your variable. You either need to stop training so many days per week or tune your intensity down a little bit in your workouts if you're training maybe 6 days a week. So, you can make those decisions for yourself, and everyone usually falls in to a certain number of days a week. Like we usually train 3 days per week and then walk. Some people really like 4. Some people love 6, but you really have to figure that out for yourself and just be honest with yourself with how you feel, how you're recovering, how you're progressing, things like that. And, you'll fall into something.
Yeah. And you just have to be honest with yourself, right? Because some people are listening and say, well, training super hard every time is what makes me happy. But again, you have to, do you run into injuries that then make you not be able to do anything for 2 months at a time? You know, so are you happy during those 2 months?
Yeah.
So then the reality may be, maybe if you scale back from 100 to 80, you avoid those things
and still get the same
That's
result.
what you want, you know. So we want, so you can't ignore, you can't be biased to like, no, this is what I have to do, want to do, love. But then the reality is it hasn't been sustainable and consistent. So, and look, we meet with 20 new people a month. At this point, 100%, I won't say 100, I'll say 99. 99% of the people we meet with, this is not their first
No,
rodeo.
it's not.
This is not their first time trying to exercise. It's not their first time checking out a gym, a training program. Literally, at this point, almost everyone
Has tried
has
something.
tried something. So, and they're not where they want to be. The problem is they haven't yet been consistent. What do most people try when they do go? They gear up and go all out, and they want every workout to be Donkey Kong throwdown, right? So, and then again, but why are they sitting here like, man, I haven't done anything for 2 years,
Because they went too hard,
and the stories
burned
we hear,
out.
and we don't preach these things because we just want to be like, this is our way and it's the right
Nah,
way.
it's just
like,
what we've found over.
we mold based off of what we're seeing, right? What people need.
Yeah, evolve.
And it's like everyone goes hard, burns out. No one. You know how many people we've met that are looking for solutions, looking for answers, that are like, yeah, I've been working out for 4 years in a row now. No, because the people that have been working out for 4 years in a row now have a solution.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah. And the cool thing is at Coastal, like, we have a lot of clients who have been with us
Working
for over
out for 4 years.
Guess what? They're not looking at other things because it's like they're being consistent.
Yeah, they got it
And
handled.
good things happened, right? Now all of a sudden, yeah, like whether the intensity of, you know, Donkey Kong throwdown doesn't matter as much, because maybe in the beginning that they thought that's what they wanted and they weren't getting it, but they trusted the process, and then they look back and they're like, oh man, it's been 5 years and I lost 35 pounds and I've kept it off
And I feel great.
and I feel great, and this is part of my life and I don't stress over this.
Yeah.
And my general happiness level is, you know, at a good place. So that's what it comes down to, you know. And a lot of times when people chase, you know, they'll have moments of like this peak intensity, and then a little something happens and they fall off, or then they're like, well, I'm gonna go try something else. You start chasing these that peak moment,
The excitement.
but then you're never. Everything's always gonna eventually start to wear out. The excitement, right?
Yeah, the excitement always wears off.
Instead of being able to stick with something, it's like I got to find something, the next thing, the new thing, the next thing, the new thing, the next thing, the new thing.
Yep.
And that becomes this like self-fulfilling prophecy. And then the reality is, you're not happy because you're always looking for what's next.
Yeah. And like chasing the excitement is just a good way to never really succeed. You know, like I said, like we take the brushing your teeth approach. Like it's just what you do. And some days you don't even want to do it, but you do it, right? Like there's nights where you're about to go to bed and you're like, I just want to climb in my bed and not brush my teeth, but you brush your freaking teeth.
And you always feel good when you're done.
Yeah, and you're like, I'm glad I did that, because I would wake up feeling gross in the morning. Same thing with exercise. You just do it because you know it's going to benefit you long term, right? And it's just something that you do to help yourself. You know, and if you relied on excitement for every single thing that helps you, like you'd be in a really rough place, right? What if you weren't excited to eat every time you eat? You know, like you'd be in a rough place, man. Yeah. So don't chase the excitement. Just do it because. And
then you'll get, again, think about walking. Walking is not exciting.
No.
But if you step back and you do it consistently, you're going to be producing more serotonin, the happy hormone.
And you're just going to feel
gonna have
good.
lower inflammation. Then you actually start to notice these things that do make you happier.
Yeah. And it's not even like a point of excitement. It's just general, like your well-being is better. Like you took a step up in general. And I think that's way better than one pinpoint of excitement on, you know, a certain day.
Yep. So yeah, relish the exercise. We need it. It's part of, you want to separate it from weight loss.
Yes.
You know, focus on nutrition for that. that's the lever that's going to give you the most, bang for your buck with that. But this also helps you have a more positive outlook for exercise, right? Because if you're tying, I want to lose weight or get, ready for the pool or beach or whatever, beach bod, and you're putting all that pressure on exercise, well, yeah, you're going to despise it if maybe that doesn't happen or you don't handle other things, and then and then it becomes stressful. Then you're looking at exercise like something you have to do, and it's bringing stress. When the reality is, if you just find way you can exercise consistently and just let it do its thing, again, which is going to be by balancing those intensity levels, it's almost unbeatable, right? Like we said, it's like a drug in a good way.
Yeah.
With the happiness it can bring you.
Every day, man.
Almost as much as a puppy dog.
Almost. Yeah, almost. I think dogs are on their own level.
And I'm going to exercise after this because I gotta boost some of my
Boom. I'm walking
happy
after
hormones
this.
after I told you seen that goose.
Nah, we don't need to talk about the goose, man.
If I got to deal with it, everyone else has to deal with it. So I was driving here.
You're going to make everybody cry.
These flock of gooses
Gooses.
were walking across the street. And,
As they do.
no one really likes geese.
But they respect them, I feel
They're
like.
mean. But this car so it's like a 7-8 goose walking across
What was the
street.
license plate?
I don't know. He freaking hits a goose. Now, I don't think it was like he didn't speed up to let me hit this goose and get points.
Like he was
Kind of last second, maybe veered a little and hit the goose. So I think he wasn't paying attention.
He's probably on his phone.
So, yeah, probably on his phone. And then I have to watch this goose limp across the street. And then the other flock had gotten across, and he was just struggling, limping. And then I was sitting there I'm going to cry soon. And
I would cry.
Then I start thinking, he doesn't have goose doctor to go to. He doesn't have goose Google to see, hey, what happened? What happens? Do the other geese just leave him behind because he holds them up?
I don't know. Some animals, they take care of you, but geese seem pretty mean. Maybe it's like they're mean to everybody else, but they really protect each other. Because, they always cross the street as a group.
Then it just made me dislike people more. And
Yep. Well.
Man, this goose. I don't even like geese.
Nah, but I like geese more than a lot of people. So
my workout, now I got to go get my movement in so I can
you need to be a little happier.
turn this day around.
Yeah, you need to do something with yourself.
Go to Aruba.
Go to Aruba, see some flamingos that people mistreat.
Come on, man.
That made me sad. The flamingos just
Go to that.
people don't give them space, man. There's an island for flamingos, and it's dope. They're cool animals. And we went there. I wanted a picture with one, but I didn't want to really bother them. Right? It's like when you see a celebrity, you're I want a picture, but I don't want to interrupt their day. And so I don't know if I've posted any with flamingos, but if you follow me on social media and you've seen pictures, it's almost like middle school dance where you're trying to keep your distance. I didn't want to impose. Anyways, man, you can buy food to feed them, which also made me sad that they're eating essentially dog food.
And pebble stuff.
Oh my God, it made me sad. I couldn't feed them.
Where you put a quarter in it.
It's what it was. Yeah,
man.
I know.
And what they eat shrimp and
Yeah,
stuff.
they eat little shrimps. I'm pretty sure.
Why they're pink.
That's why they're pink. And
you-
you know what I noticed though?
What's in the flamingo food?
Nothing. It's probably dog food. You know what I noticed
It's
though?
just
Color wise,
They're not as bright.
They're not as bright.
Yeah.
But just how people treated them made me pretty sad. Just all up in their stuff. Some of them were crazy stressed out, and they were squawking and flapping their wings, and people just needed to get their post for the gram, essentially, hugging a flamingo. It was just, I just wanted to let him go. How do I free you from this island? So, yeah, that's my tangent.
I googled flamingo food.
What they eat.
Well, so that pebble stuff popped up. Missouri flamingo complete diet. So for one, what they eat, is shrimp and stuff like that. But then this flamingo food.
What's in it? Is there even any shrimp in it?
Let's see if they probably won't list what's in it.
They better. If I'm feeding my flamingos food,
It floats.
that
It's nutritionally balanced.
is it.
Contains vitamin C
That's it.
and analysis. Ooh, ingredients.
There we go.
Bro.
Hey, is whole grains the first ingredient?
Ground corn.
Stop it.
Wheat middlings. Whole wheat. Fish meal.
Bro, how many grains are flamingos eating in the wild?
Soybean meal.
Oh my God.
Soybean oil. And then a bunch of, stuff.
All those wild soybeans
And then,
growing in the
you know,
water.
and then all these preservatives.
Yeah.
And
Dude, it's dog food.
yeah, it's even worse though because it's dog food.
Like,
Or-
you couldn't be farther from what flamingos actually eat.
It looks like the new human dog foods too, like those drinks that are like, this is all you need, and you look at the ingredients and it's like dog food. Yeah, and then some added vitamins and stuff. Yeah, that's sad, man.
It made me
They're
sad.
corn and wheat are the first two types of wheat. That's the first three ingredients.
I'm going to go back and slip him some shrimp.
Soybean.
That's what I should have
Yeah.
done. I should have snaked some shrimp from the restaurant. Hooked them up.
Sad, man.
Like, they probably get to eat that kind of stuff in the water,
Yeah, they find it.
but it's almost like they're force-fed this stuff, like, all day.
Yeah, so flamingo, blue, green, and red algae. Insects, crustaceans, mollusks, and small fishes make up the main diet of flamingos.
I didn't see any wheat or corn in there. Did that blow your mind? That's what's in dog food, too. And, like,
that's
all of our
the
food.
three most common ingredients
In every food.
for
And
people.
they don't-
in the world globally is wheat, corn, rice.
I do like rice. So does my dog.
Yeah,
But,
but like a majority rice diet,
yeah, exactly. That's not
you're
good.
missing a lot.
Yeah.
And I eat a lot of rice,
Yeah, same.
but if I had to choose,
So stop feeding wild animals shitty food.
hey, you're gonna go down to Aruba next time with just bags of frozen
Shrimp? They're like, how do these shrimp get in the water? 30
And
pounds.
then the flamingo come to you. You're not.
I become like
you're-
the flamingo
Yeah.
master.
Yep. And there's like all hanging on you, it's like a rap video.
Keep one shrimp in my pocket
Yeah.
just to keep them there.
So we were watching some nature show, and so have you seen the flamingos when they're just white? They don't have the pink yet, the baby ones.
Yeah, there were some of those there
Yeah. So because they haven't eaten enough
to build it up.
scrump to build up the
Scrumps.
How do you say it? Astaxanthin. What is it? What's
don't
it
know.
called? You can buy supplemental pills that are basically the stuff that flamingos eat.
That builds up your color in your skin.
And salmon. That's why salmon are pink too, from eating those algae and stuff.
So you just eat the algae and you start to turn orange.
So it actually is supposed to help prevent sunburn.
Is it an antioxidant?
I believe so. Here it is. Man, I don't know how to say this word.
You want to give it to me? Try it.
Don't they have a thing where it tells you how to say it?
Oh, that's a weird one. Astaxanthin. Astaxanthin. Okay, that was harder than I thought it was going to be.
Astaxanthin. It's a reddish pigment.
Reddish.
It's a group of carotenoids. It's naturally occurring in algae, and obviously fish that eat the algae, that's where they get their pink color, like salmon, shrimp, other seafood,
Scrump.
flamingos. But yeah, and then actually you can get it in a pill form,
What if I start slipping that to them?
and you come back and they're just like hot pink,
Super bright,
Barbie,
yeah.
like a Barbie car.
That's what I want.
Yeah,
I just want to help them.
you just slip it in their little in that little kibble. Come on, man.
I'll do it.
Corn. You know that flamingo? They're just like this. Nah, man.
Like, they're eating it, but like,
Yeah.
that made me sad. So, yeah. The trip was great though, but that made me sad.
Yeah. Maybe that's what that goose needs. Some shrimp.
Go over there with a little napkin full of shrimp.
Yeah, it just helps him forget about his leg.
Maybe to help him heal his leg.
Maybe if, they weren't so ornery.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, You reap what you sow, man.
Hey, that's a word. What do you think Henri even, what does that look like? How do you spell Henri?
It's like Connery, but with no C. Sean Henry.
I can't. Nah, man.
How do you spell it?
Henri.
Is it ornery?
Ornery.
But people from the South say Henry.
Bad tempered.
Because we can't pronounce
yeah.
anything.
Ornery.
Yeah.
Look, they even have, this has the thing I was looking for.
That tells you.
Ornery. Ornery.
What's that voice you got there?
Ornery.
Henri.
Ornery.
That's what Google says.
Ornery.
Ornery. Ordinary. Yeah, see, that's a word that would mess you up. If you're...
We got a lot of dumb
see
words.
it, like, how do you say it? Look, there's even a learn to pronounce button.
That's for you.
Man, Google's really, really stepping it up. All right. Exercise.
Exercise because it's good for you.
It makes you happy.
Not because you have a bunch of weight to lose or you need to punch yourself.
Ornery.
Ornery. I'm going to make me real ornery
Ornery.
if you keep punishing yourself.
All right. Episode 90.
In the books.
See you guys.
See ya. As always, thanks for listening, guys. If you want to learn more, check us out at coastalfitnessva.com or garydeagle.com. We'll see you next time.